We have with us in the studio Gunther A.B. Daramy, who is vying for the young leader of the opposition All People's Congress Party as the party prepares for its lower and national level elections. Gunther, good morning and welcome to Wake Up Leone.
Thank you very much, Samuel. It's been a pleasure to be in the studio again.
Lawrence Williams is still with us, but this time in our main studio. Lawrence, welcome again.
Yeah.
All right, and we do apologize for the conspicuous absence of one of those vying for the chairmanship of the APC, Honorable Ibrahim Bundu, who just disappointed us, well, like now. But we have to go on with the conversation. So let me start off, Gunther. You know, how conspicuous is the name itself in the APC? In other words, what has Gunther done for the APC? And at this point, why do you think you're fit for purpose, especially for the position you're vying for?
Actually, I like the word conspicuous. It's a big word, eh? But in a more serious note, I think Gunther A.B. Daramy happens to be somebody who has passion to be around writing, speaking, and public oratory and politics. Interestingly, I've been somebody who's been a political journalist in Sierra Leone for the past 14 years. Why do I think I am supposed to be a young leader now of the party? Interestingly, Sierra Leone has a dynamic, and it is interesting for me to re-emphasize that I've been in the body politic of the APC for the past 14 years, working as a student volunteer when I first enrolled at Frabic College. And for me, I've been a role model for young people of the party. And at this particular time, I believe we are running towards an election which is very crucial for the people of Sierra Leone. It is not a secret that we don't want to be like this after June 2023. There are a lot of differences. There are a lot of challenges that Sierra Leoneans are facing. I'm not saying our current government is best or worse. What I would say is their best is not enough to solve the challenges that we have, most especially complex challenges that the world is facing at the material time. And
let me quickly take you to the challenges first within the APC before going out of the APC. Now, as a youth or as a young man vying to lead your peers in the party, what are some of the fundamental challenges you think that are affecting the growth or putting the party at a path that should lead to re-election?
You're talking about re-elections. I'm so happy. We will win the next elections. I believe that every party has its own challenges. Of course, the APC now is a beautiful woman, and one of the challenges we are facing is how to do with leadership. Leadership in the sense that we have, in the last elections, 2018, we have a very popular outgoing president, and we had 28 candidates who want to succeed this powerful man. It's not a secret that even when he is out of power, he's been providing leadership for Africa. We've seen his work and contribution to ECOWAS and the African Union. That's not why I'm here. It's very critical now for us to understand this fact. Now, the APC is at a trajectory which nobody will deny, in the sense that the outcome of the 2018 elections gives Sierra Leonean the opportunity to decide whether you have a party which under every circumstance can maintain the status of Sierra Leoneans. We have a party which under difficulties will be able to provide alternative. Now, honestly, the world is not going to be the same again. People elect leaders for them to make difference.
Does that validate complacency in the part of the APC? Because give or take, it's either the APC or the SLPP.
there's no complacency in politics. That's why I'm here. And I believe young people will play a critical role in terms of elevating the party.
And what's your plan to supervise or strategize the role the young people in the APC would play if you're elected the leader?
It's very critical now. For me, I believe that Gunther A.B. Daramy as an individual, you only say I'm APC. Yes, I've been APC. Spending 14 years at the APC Secretariat is not a joke. But everybody knows me as being somebody who's a fine journalist. When I deal with the news, I don't joke. I state the fact. And my opinion has been linked towards my partisan belief. But at this material time, I believe young people will play a critical role in the next elections. We've seen a lot of challenges. We've seen the proliferation of push around. We've seen a lot of difficulty that's facing. These are human security issues that will only be solved by a critical mind. Critical mind in the sense, when you want to win elections, now everything has gone digital. Even Adobe don't go digital. Because in a system where you don't have top-up to come online, it's very difficult. The difference I will make as a young man is, I want to lead an APC, young people, who will be more constructive. Because I believe that when you want to remove a president who is not performing, it's very simple. It's by constructively engaging the people to tell him that, do you want to continue to line for fear alone and for Bayam? No. Do you want to ensure that the APC as a... We're going to the crossroad. Mark you, the APC as a political party now, you might see that we are struggling even with our intra-party politics. It's not difficult. Like, everybody wants a beautiful woman. But what I can tell you is that the party at this material time will produce somebody in the next convention that will deliver the people of Sierra Leone.
This competence you're claiming to lead the young people of the APC at this point, tell us, how have you been able to utilize that now that the party needs it? Now that we're seeing young people taking sides, throwing support to different candidates in the party. So how have you been able to utilize that competence, that strategic leadership to ensuring that no matter, your support, it's the interest of the party?
Samuel, that's a very, very brilliant question. In fact, it gives me the opportunity to lay the foundation and standardize certain opinions that have been, I've been somebody who is heading an institution, William Press, who is even older than me, the 1960 William Press. But from a professional point of view, as an editorial manager, you serve management. And saying that the AYV is a big institution. Imagine a staff of the AYV is out there and something went wrong. What will Samuel do? Samuel will try to discipline the staff of AYV behind the scene and take collective responsibility. Sorry. For me, I believe I've not been taking side. I've just been a better manager of the public relations of the party, publicity of the party, because serving the party is about serving management. There was transition. The court sent certain people to do few management within our party. There was somebody who even described me as a baggage for the old folks. But to me, that's part of the ignorance that we have to address. To me, one of the reasons why I at least take the back seat from William Press is because I'm very serious about my ambition to lead the young people now. Because critically, you made a very important comment about young people taking side. But to me, within our intra-party politics, I don't think it's necessary for anybody to take side, because the APC has always taken preeminence over everything.
All right. Lawrence, let me quickly hear from you. The race forward for various positions in the APC. And here is Gunther, someone someone you've practiced with and all of that, vying to lead the young people of the APC. What are your thoughts?
Now, to start with, I've known Gunther for a couple of years. And throughout these years, I know him as a journalist. I know him also as a strong APC member. He has never shied away or denied his membership or association with the APC, even while practicing as a political journalist. So I'll give him credence for that. We saw Boris Johnson prior to his coming into politics had been editor for Spectator and few other press houses in the UK. He has been a writer, a journalist before he ventured into politics. Now people always say, oh, journalists not for go inside politics. Now, there is no law that bars journalists from entering into politics. I think what has been missing in most cases is that you have journalists who would rather portray themselves as people who are not
politicians,
even interested. They will be practicing their politics behind the scene covertly, while overtly presenting themselves as independent journalists. I think if you want to go into politics, you as a journalist, you must add, yes, I'm a practicing journalist, but at the same time, I am a political journalist. That is why we have political parties having their own press houses, for example. When you go to the US, you see Fox News is pro-Republican. MSNBC is a Democrat. MSNBC is pro-Democrat. CNN and others. Yes, they have their own, alignment or whatever. But they do not shy away from it. When it comes to the news aspect, they deal with it within the framework of the ethics of the profession. Again, I always want to see young people coming up, taking up leadership in various political parties, young people venturing into politics. Probably for 2028, I may think of going into politics if things do not change, but not with APC or SLPP. Yeah? It is not wrong for young people to go into politics. My fear is, especially for the traditional political parties, let's take Gunther here, for example. APC, as we all know, has this Stephen mantra, this Shaka Stevens theory or practice of Usai, the entire cow na they eat. APC is corrupt. That is a fact. We saw the 10 plus years of an Ekuma. You have time to respond. APC is corrupt. So when we have young people, when we see young people like Gunther coming up to assume leadership within the party, does it bring hope? The question I want that first, comes in my mind is that has his mindset been reconfigured or recalibrated to not think and act like the old guards who have been in the APC for donkey years? So my fear is young people should come into politics, but coming with a different narrative, a positive change. If young people are coming into politics with the same mindset the old folks had when they entered politics, and that mindset has preoccupied or pervaded and prevailed for the longest of years, how are they going to change it? So how are they going to influence some bit of change?
Let me ask Gunther the question then. So Lawrence is saying the mantra, the concept, the ideology of the APC has always been around corruption. So we then put in our brand for it. So he is saying that the APC is corrupt. I mean, that's Lawrence's claim.
I mean, that's not just for APC, but political parties are corrupt.
The APC is
corrupt. SNDP
and so the question is, have you been able to liberate yourself from such parochiality that, if at all, those who've always been there, those of you who you've been admiring, are corrupt? Have you been able to detach your thoughts from that?
Well, to me, I'm not here to respond to an ST generalization fallacy. And I can understand, you know, and Lawrence is my brother. I was not supposed to respond to your generalization about APC being corrupt. However, I believe that as an institution, it has been able to be around Sierra Leone. And it is my view that the APC is the best political party in the history of Sierra Leone and the best who will deliver the goods for the people. My aspiration comes from my personal being.
Okay.
After reaching this decision to run for young leader of the party, is coming from a single decision, but notwithstanding that, it comes after a series of consultation with my family, with my friends and people who believe in me in politics. As far as I'm concerned, what we need now in Sierra Leone is about dealing with individuals. The APC is a political institution, the name All People's Congress, which has several people, different people from different backgrounds, different people from different cultures, different people from different realities. But when you make generalization like that, it's very difficult, because at the end of the day, I must say that I was inspired by certain people within the party.
How tough and how determined are you to challenge the status quo in the APC as a young man vying for that role?
I'm not here to challenge any status quo. I believe the APC is a very solid ticket. I've said it earlier that I believe the APC which can deliver Sierra Leone. And the current realities in the world is no different from what has been happening. But people elect leaders to make difference. That's why we need APC around, because the APC can stomach extraordinary challenges.
So is this about what the APC can offer, or what Gunther can offer as a leader, leading the young people, or who is vying to lead the young people?
Well, thankfully, the Gunther A.B. Daramy, like Lawrence, you're right. I've been around the APC for long. I don't joke with my news. News is by the rules. But that doesn't mean my affiliations. Obama was a publisher, you know, even though he publishes a lot of academic stuff before becoming the president. No wonder he can talk and people admire, you know. But what I'm saying is, I don't like when we generalize. Because people join institution. His Excellency, the President of Sierra Leone now, is the leader of the SLPP. But we cannot equate him to what Milton Magai does or what Albert does.
So you're saying you're different as a person?
As an individual, I've been around you, and you know what I stand for. I'm somebody who don't fake in the fog. I believe in what I believe in, and I've been consistent with them.
I'll give you a minute to talk to your delegates.
Thank you, sir.
So take that minute and talk to your delegates why they should get you in as the young leader.
Well, it's very interesting. Now, we are running into a very critical elections. And at any time from now, we run into the 2023 presidential parliamentary. We've seen governors who failed. At the mid of the game, they are trying to change the political system. We don't need to change political system if we've done the best for the people of Sierra Leone. In the midst of this, I believe the APC has all what it takes to deliver this country, and young people will be the will. You talking about sites. We don't need sites. Gunther here will play that role. As a face, I will be able to attract even people who doesn't believe in partisan link. Because they believe in somebody being an individual.
All right. Lawrence?
And at the end of the day, let us don't give up in the political class.
All right. Lawrence,
Who make difference.
Quickly in 30 seconds.
Please give me a minute. Now, I was not making a generalization. That's a statement of fact. We saw the outcome of the COI and how some of those appeals cases were rejected. The appeals were rejected. The decision of the COI were upheld at the appeals court. Now, what I was saying in the context that, one, we have people who have looted the treasury for far too long. And you have another set of people who felt that, oh, these guys have stolen enough and that we should come in now and fix the problem. They came in, so the Alibaba and the 40 thieves prior to 2018 gave way to a new set of Alibaba and 40 thieves. Now we have the former thieves now clamoring for the present thieves to go away for a new, for them to come back again and continue their loot. So when I see young people coming into politics, I'm happy. What my fear is, this is my concern, probably we can talk outside the studio. My fear is, one, Gunther may be a perfect choice for the APC Youth League or Youth Congress. Now, the APC has a structure. And those structures, like you said, you don't go outside management principles. So as much as you may develop your own principles, your own ethics, or what have you, you would rather conform to the dictates of the party. So when I see young people coming into politics, I'm happy. But my fear is that young people must not and should not act, think like those who have held this nation to ransom.
All right.
We will not take the old idea of them part the way don't puelia. They want the way don't puelia. They want the way don't puelia tradi. They want the way they puelia right now. You understand? No, we should be different.
Thank you. Lawrence Williams, a journalist and political commentator. It's been a pleasure having you here this morning. Many thanks to Gunther A.B. Daramy, who is vying to lead the young people of the opposition All People's Congress Party. It's been a pleasure, and it's been a while, actually, seeing you. But thank you very much for being here.